The fact that you're here watching this video right now says a lot about you. When you're listening to this podcast, says a lot about you because you're working on yourself, right? So who you're listening to, who you're surrounding yourself with has a big impact on your outcome. Hey guys, this is Martin Perdomo, the Elite Strategist, and you're watching and listening to Latinos in Real Estate Investing podcast. And today I want to share with you the 5 tips to get started in real estate for beginners. So 5 tips for real estate beginners. And before I get started, I would really appreciate it if you could just drop a quick thumbs up on the video. This content can continue to get shared and it can reach more people. So the first thing that you need to do in order to be successful in real estate is you need to work harder on yourself than you do anything else. You got to work on your mindset. You got to work on you. Get your hands on as many books as you possibly can on real estate if it's real estate investing that you want to do. I suppose that it is because that's what I'm talking about here today. Get your hands on as many books as you possibly can on your mindset. Go and work harder on yourself than you do anything else, and you will see what will happen. Success is like it magically appears. Go work harder on you, implement what you learn, go work on yourself, and then go input, output, take what you learn, put it to action, and you will see what will happen. One book that was highly impactful for me, and I'm gonna share a quick story with you. When I was just 23 years old, I was making $48,000 a year selling life insurance. I was living in New York City, and there was a guy that came and he started working with the same company, Fortune 500 company, great big company, and my dream income was to make 6 figures. At this time, I had 3 kids, 1 more on the way. Like I said, my dream was to make 6 figures. This guy comes, his name was Harry. He comes to the company and he starts killing it, guys. He starts just blowing it up. I was making $48,000 a year. I thought I was rich when I first did that because I was a 24-year-old kid and I had never made any more money than that. That was the most money I made in my life. And one day I finally got over myself and I put my ego to the side and I decided to ask Harry, hey, Harry, what are you doing? How is it that you're doing that? You're making $70,000 a month. And he said, you really want to know? And I was like, absolutely. He said, go pick up this book. And that's the book I'm going to give you. And that is The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. Absolutely changed my life, taught me how to think differently and how when you think differently, your life changes. It's all in the perspective. Your life, it's all the perspective that you have of life. So if you think you can, then you probably can. If you think you can't, then you probably won't. I privilege myself. I go out at least 2 to 4. I do at least 2 to 4 seminars a year where I go just completely fly someplace and surround myself with smarter people just to listen to them, learn from them, around people operating at their businesses at higher level than I am. And that's how you get better, guys. That's how you get better. The fact that you're here watching this video right now says a lot about you. When you're listening to this podcast, says a lot about you because you're working on yourself, right? So who you're listening to, who you're surrounding yourself with has a big impact on your outcome. Go and work on yourself. Number 2 is attend as many real estate investors meetups as you can. There's an app out there called Meetup. You can download the app. It's free, and go there and look for Real Estate Investors Club and try to attend as many of those as you possibly can. Go out there and learn and network with other investors. Remember what I just said a moment ago. Who you surround yourself with is who you become. A study was made that it took the top 5 people that people surround themselves with, and you average their income, you won't make $1 more over than the average of those top 5 people are earning. And the reason, folks, behind that is because it's really simple. If those people you're surrounding yourself with, whether they're billionaires, they're 100,000aires, or they're millionaires, they're talking the language on the level that they're in. If you're hanging around people that are not about thinking big and creating ideas and providing value to the marketplace, then whatever discussions that the group of people you're having, that's what you're going to get. If you're hanging out with people that are thinking big and talking about creating value in the marketplace, then guess what happens? You start to think in that form. You start to think in creating value in the marketplace. You start to believe that, hey, I can create value. I can be an investor. I can do what he's doing. I can do what she's doing. If she can do it, I can do it. Right? Number 3, learn about wholesaling. A wholesaler is someone who locks up a contract and then sells it to an investor on the other side. My recommendation is learn wholesaling, learn about marketing, learn how to find deals. That is probably one of the most important skills, other than knowing the numbers, in real estate. If you know how to market, the best marketer will win. I had a mentor when I was selling insurance, a GM, and he would say this to us all the time: the best marketer would win. You don't need to necessarily be the best salesperson, but if you have the best marketing, you're gonna find those motivated sellers. Right? If you're gonna learn, and you're gonna know how to find the gold. Learn how to market, learn wholesaling. I'm gonna give myself a little plug here. I'm gonna put a link. I have a wholesaling course. It's only $99. You can go there, and it's going to be here in the show notes, and in the bottom of the notes here of this video. You could just go there and grab the link, and I have all of my ads, everything, guys. I share everything, how I started. I share my sales process. I share how I intake leads, all of it. In the bottom of this thing it's a link. But either way, if you don't learn it from me, you can go to YouTube, and there's tons of content on how to wholesale properties. Learn how to get contracts, learn how to market, learn how to find deals. That's the first skill that you probably should learn. Number 4, get your finances in order. Get your credit scores right, get your resources correct, learn about FHA loans and their rules, start talking to lenders. I'm gonna give you a little tip here. I will start talking to your local community banks. The local community banks are the ones that are gonna lend you money in your community. They want to lend in their community. They feel comfortable. They know the market. They know the area. And small community banks are all about reputation and relationship. So you want to ask to speak to their commercial division, the vice president of their commercial division, or who their commercial loan officer is in that branch, and find out what their rules are. What's the credit score? How do you underwrite your loans? If I got a multifamily, or I got a property, or rental, what are you looking for? What are the requirements? Remember this. I would write this down if I were you. Take note of this. He who has the money makes the rules. So that means that you need to learn quickly the rules the person that has the money is making, so that you can play the game effectively and you can win. Here's the thing, guys, about that. You don't need to eat it all in one bite. Maybe you don't have good credit, right? And what I'm going to tell you is, you don't need to fix your credit just like that. The way a man eats an elephant is one bite at a time. So start with one thing. Start talking to some credit people. Start looking at your credit. Get a Credit Karma account. It's free. It monitors your credit. You can look at your credit there. I think they give you suggestions. I don't know, but start paying attention to those things. And lastly, number 5 is buy your first deal by house hacking. If I had to do it over again, guys, and I was 24 and I had to do it all over again, or I was 23 and I was starting and I bought my first house, 21, I bought my first house, I would have bought a quad, lived in one, got an FHA loan, lived in one, rented the other 3, waited a year, gotten out, bought another one, rented the 4th on that one, and did it and repeated it again. So there are certain rules around FHA for you to do that. Go buy your first deal, and it doesn't matter even if it's one family. Find your first investment and just do it. If it's a single family and you want to get a roommate and you want to rent a room and just leverage the income to help you pay your mortgage, just get in the game. Inflation is not going to stop. Real estate is a great vehicle to hedge against inflation. Rents, as I speak right now, for 2021, rents went up about 14%. And I tell you that there is no stopping right now. There's no signs of rents going down. My team and I have a property management company. We manage in-house all of our properties. And I tell you, we are looking at rents, and we just purchased a 57 unit. and we're looking at the rents, and we're like, we can't believe the rents that we're pushing and we're getting, and we're actually getting in the marketplace. So just get in the game, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Again, if you appreciate this content, just press the, give us a thumbs up, leave us a positive review. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I hope to see you guys soon again. Appreciate you guys. Peace out.